Alright, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So I am at a loss for words. I've just watched both the Microsoft and Sony E3 press conference, and honestly guys, they both blew their conferences out of the water. These conferences were just phenomenal. Both Microsoft and Sony went in guns blazing and they brought a ton of content, and I am very surprised that I actually ended up enjoying Microsoft's conference a lot. They had a lot of cool stuff. Not only did they announce a very good amount of games that I'm very excited for, including the new Dead Rising. This looks like a Dead Rising that is more focused on what the original two Dead Rising were, which was kind of like comical, like humor, but at the same time the game does take itself serious in some portions. For example, the story area. Another thing that I liked about this particular Dead Rising is that Frank West is back, not that boring character from the last Dead Rising game that came out. And what it looks like is that this game is not actually going to be exclusive to Xbox One. It's going to be multi-platform from what it looks like, because they didn't say Xbox One exclusive or timed exclusive, anything like that when they first showed it. So that's definitely really cool. I will definitely be picking up that game. Next up, I wanted to go ahead and talk about this because this was one of the things that I predicted in my prediction video, and that is Crash Bandicoot. That was so cool to see that they are bringing Crash Bandicoot back, and like I stated in that video, they are going to be doing a full-on remake. So that is awesome. I hope they give it the treatment that Insomniac did to the Ratchet and Clank games. And speaking about Insomniac, they are making a Spider-Man game, and that gets me so hyped because Spider-Man is my personal favorite superhero. So if they do this game justice, I will just be so happy, because time and time again there have been so many Spider-Man games that come out and none have managed to really do that great of a job. I've always wanted a Spider-Man game that would be similar to Rocksteady's Batman Arkham games, because they have such great stories and gameplay. And I always feel like that would be perfect for Spider-Man, especially since he has such a big cast of villains. The amount of stories that could come out of Spider-Man are countless. So that announcement just was crazy. Another announcement that was awesome that came out from Microsoft is that they have now officially announced that the Xbox Scorpio is actually a real thing. This thing has crazy specs from what I can remember. I'm still kind of hesitant on what I think about it exactly, especially since you know at this point, if what they're boasting is true, I feel like the console itself is going to be around the $800 to $900 range, and at that point, I'm like, what's the point of getting it then if you can buy a gaming PC that will be much more powerful than that? So, it's still one of those things that I am very reluctant to talk about. It's just one of those things that as time goes by, we'll just see what happens. Sony themselves did not announce the PlayStation Neo, which I did feel a little bit disappointed about that, because if both Microsoft and Sony are planning on making newer upgrade models of the PlayStation and the Xbox, they definitely should do it now so that players know that these are real machines. And I definitely think that was smart of Microsoft to do that, because now it puts a lot of pressure on Sony to try to make a box that is of either greater or equal power to the new Xbox. So I actually think that's great, because it will get some competition. Maybe some of these Xbox fanboys can stop crying about their console being so underpowered. Anyways, guys, that is all I'm going to go ahead and say. Both conferences, once again, were great. And if you guys did not get a chance to check them out, you guys definitely should. There was just whole crap ton of games announced, and I am so excited. Like I said in my previous video, I suspected that there will be a lot of games that are going to be announced, and yeah, it was just a overall great E3 experience, and I can't wait to see what the developers have in the future. Oh, one more thing I want to go ahead and add, which I did find a little bit disappointing, was that there was no presence of Naughty Dog at the conference. I was sure that in some way or form Naughty Dog would be at the conference, but it's understandable, especially since they just literally launched Uncharted 4. A lot of their employees are probably on vacation at the time, They just probably have like a very small team of people working on whatever next project they are starting on. But I definitely feel like next E3 for sure, there will be a presence for Naughty Dog. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another. Alright, peace, guys.